Welcome back, ladies and gents, to the channel. Please like the video and click subscribe. We're back in the centre. This is Parliament Square, scene of the very spontaneous protest on Saturday. And what a remarkable job the groundsmen have done. Look at this. Not only have they cleaned away all of the mess, but they've already done an absolutely superb job of mowing it with those beautiful lines. I'm not sure if they're going to move the Wimbledon tennis tournament here this year, but wow, that's impressive, eh? What's not impressive, however, is the fact that several of the bases to the statues are covered or being cleaned, or are in the process of having graffiti, etc. removed. It's not a good thing, guys, is it? Regardless of the cause, defacing historic monuments is not really something a smart person would do. It's be a bit dumb and a bit desperate, to be quite honest. Not sure what's going on over there, this protest. From this distance, I would have guessed it was the Albanian flag. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is the Albanian flag. What do we think, people? It certainly looks like the Albanian flag to me. If not, it's very similar. So they've done a great job. It really does look spiffing, I think is the word. Now, this is day 4 of the very long Easter weekend. And whilst I wasn't planning on covering all 4 days originally, people, you know that I like to be thorough. And to be honest, this is the last holiday day for some time in the UK. We haven't got another bank holiday for a good while. So hey, why not? You know, most of the shops are closed. Yes, I could go and have a swim and everything, but at the end of the day, it's nice to be outside, exercise, fresh air, interesting people, and splendid architecture. A lot of people are asking, why was there not a Union flag flying over Whitehall? Why? Because the Ukrainian flag is currently taking the spot, that's why. But there are plenty of Union flags to be spotted in London. I don't think there are as many as there should or could be, but there are more than are initially apparent, let me tell you that. Yes, I am walking the road for the moment so that this lady doesn't have to. It's a cycle electric scooter lane, and as my kit is physically attached to my body, anyone that tries to grab it isn't going to get very far. I'm going to play dare with this dude and see who steps down first. Oops, he did. Now, we're going to go briefly. We're early today, guys, so there's no immediate rush with horse guards. Look at this. See? This is Palmerston, in fact, who I believe was a Liberal, Victorian Liberal Prime Minister, Lord Palmerston. I believe, apologies if I got it wrong, include autistic, disabled human beings in society. I mean, why would you need to write that on a solid slab of granite in the centre of London? It's just odd, isn't it? Let's be quite honest, folks. Odd and beyond stupid. What are these guys doing? Hey, what was that they were making? They're making a little TikTok. I didn't see. I thought they were doing something with this guy. He's like a warden. But people are balancing their phones on here and making little videos. I've never seen that before, actually. It's kind of cute. This actually is one of the better views, to be honest, everybody, across Parliament Square. It's not a place we have stood many times, simply because it's usually flipping packed. But the ladies are going to repeat it. Look, they've balanced their phone. That's pretty smart, to be fair. I guess on a timer. Get together for a little picture, and boom, let's leave them to it. This statue, I can't remember who this is actually. Oh wow, this has got a hell of a lot of graffiti on it. I feel embarrassed actually, guys. I don't know which one this is. It's covered, so I'll leave it to you. What have we got here? Being gay. Wait, what? Be gay, do crime. Unless I'm misreading it. trans rights, human rights. UK there, it's interesting. I mean, somebody's got the freedom to write that. You don't need a I'm not going to read that one out, folks, but that's pretty controversial. And last but not least, protect by law something is a problem, miserable, obsessed. Okay, interesting. I can see that grammar, punctuation and spelling are not the strong points of those that decided to deface the monuments. Not really surprised, but there we are. Okay, so plenty of tourists out and about, as you can see. In the distance, pity actually we can't see it so well now, unlike in those winter videos, is of course Westminster Abbey. Sorry guys. I almost just whacked somebody with the bowl. It was her fault, she walked into me. Oops. I did tell you it was going to happen. But I can foresee a summer of discontent coming up, guys. I can really see it. Not just the traditional protests, etc., the Free Palestine protests and the rest, but a lot of other things, a lot of other issues. Cost of living crisis, this trans court judgment, and many other causes are going to be vying for. Oh, wow, look at this. That's right. What a lovely car, and he knows it. Yeah, a lot of causes are going to be vying for attention, in fact, and space on London streets. Next weekend we've got St George's Day. Now, last year, sadly, that was not as interesting as I'd hoped. In fact, it was a bit of a damp squib. We did capture it, but I'm really hoping that there's more of a turnout this year. It's very curious to me that there isn't a much larger turnout. Most of the gentlemen's clubs of central London have St George's Day dinners, clubs adorned with Union flags and British flags, there's a flag of St George, blah blah blah. So I don't understand why it's such an issue and why there's such a taboo, almost a stigma, around being proudly patriotic. It's just, I don't get it. You know, go to any other country, pretty much in the world, US, good examples in Europe, Spain, Poland, anywhere in the Balkans, going further on, Russia, and then of course over toward Asia, and it's completely normal to take great pride in displaying and, I was going to say worshipping, that's not the right word, respecting one's national flag. So I don't know why it's such an issue, and I really hope that if there is a good turnout next weekend, the police will take an even-handed approach to it, as to their credit they did with the Rolling Thunder bikers ride on Good Friday. So there we are. It's exactly 11:37. So we are beautifully ahead of time today, folks. My aim is to get there as we're getting the first trickle of tourists arriving from the palace. Wait, people are taking pictures of the phone box, but there's no one in there. I'm a little confused. Or is it someone that's wearing an invisibility cloak, perhaps? Yeah, and lots of other people are sort of stepping out of the queue and kind of wondering what they're doing. I don't know, maybe they're getting their kit calibrated and ready. Anyway, there we go. I figured it out. Let's be honest, guys, not everybody knows you need to stand in front of the camera to get a picture with a camera. Now, in terms of numbers today, as I said, it is a bank holiday. So British people still fancy free out and about. This is pretty much the last day, actually, guys, of holiday proper. The vast majority of university students are back this week. Same with school children, etc., etc. So I do think we'll see decent numbers, simply because of the fact that what else are they going to do? But we're not going to see mega numbers, simply because it's not bright and sunny. In fact, it's barely warm, to be quite honest, everyone. That's why it was great to capture pretty much all of those bright and sunny days, not just because of the light on the horses, but the whole atmosphere is different when it's sunny and everybody's kind of thronging in these massive crowds. It's fun, but we've got a good turnout, as you can see. Decent number of people. on the street, and here is always quiet on the horse guards anyway. So let's see. Now, there's not a single protest or anything at all listed on the usual London calendars for today. Nothing unofficial, no marches, no protests, no vigils, no anything. So it should be the case that we can focus solely on the horses. I kind of got through that a little bit yesterday, and I'm not sure which order the videos will be published in yet. You might see this video before yesterday's part 2. If so, that's an interesting video, the part 2 from yesterday. And it doesn't really matter whether or not it's published before or after, because I'm not going to include major spoilers. There was a gent that visited yesterday who took particular interest, initially odd I thought until I realised why he was there, in the appearance of one of the troopers. Now, it gave me deja vu a little bit, because we had a similar gent who arrived at Horse Guards back in January. Who am I referring to? Veteran guard. Now, I won't tell you what the conversation entailed, but let's say that we had a very, very insightful and frank conversation with the gent that was here yesterday. Blues and Royals veteran, this time, of 22 years. He did his full service, 22 years. A great deal of which was spent in the boxes. Very, very interesting, but very controversial discussion, interview with him. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to get through. It's packed. 1 second, hold on. We're going to need to squeeze through this teeny gap with everyone else, I guess. Flipping tour groups, honestly, they're in space. Everyone's trying to squeeze through. What a squash. Yikes. Oh my goodness, you just about fit through the gap. Pardon. Proper squishy. Okay, we've finally passed Downing Street. If it carries on that in the summer, people are going to end up getting in trouble for socialising in the street. Okay, this should be the last little choke point, guys, until we finally make it. Wow. Yeah, so that was a very cute coincidence, the fact that last time it was a lifeguard, but this time it was a blues. But let's just say that that veteran certainly did not hold back, and rightly so, in his, let me choose the word carefully, in his feedback about what he'd seen when he was at Horse Guards yesterday. So those of you that want a real insight into how things have changed, watch it, whether it precedes or follows this video. Now, the most interesting thing I found out yesterday is that in years gone by, the Garrison Sergeant Major had an office up here in the Ministry of Defence, and that office directly overlooked the 2 boxmen at Horse Guards. In other words, they knew all the time they were in the boxes that the boss, the big boss, would be watching. What did that mean? Exceptionally high standards of presentation. But I'll leave that to the veteran guys to explain it, as he did so articulately, in fact, and passionately to us in that video. Right, we're back, my darlings. Who have we got here? I thought for a second, actually, wait, we're here. We've got, this time we have one of the sisters. Horses have left a massive mess in the yard. Huge mess in the yard. Yeah, so this end one of the sisters. Let's have a little look. Which horse? Not sure. It's definitely doing a bit of an Ormond impression there. Head down, looking a little bashful, etc., etc. Looking to the other end. Oh, it's another trooper that's very popular on this channel in the other box. And no, I don't mean her sister, although that would have been rather nice, it being Easter. Monday, but another trooper who we'll have a look at in just a few minutes. On the subject of troopers and indeed veterans, there's one in the yard. Yes, he's there, making sure all is well. Okay, let's see who's going to get over, either close to or into the box, the magic box, people. That's the 11:45 a.m. bell. So for all intents and purposes, completely irrelevant in terms of anything happening here. Now, in all honesty, it's nowhere near as busy here at the front as I thought it or anticipated it would be this morning. However, it's pretty much now that people are making their way along the Mall from the palace. And assuming everything was normal, and I have no reason to think it wasn't, there would have been a guard change at Buckingham Palace this morning, meaning, I mean, in all probability, an awful lot of people typically attend the Easter Monday changing of the guard at the palace. It's kind of a big deal. In fact, it's typically as much of a big deal as the first new guard of a new year. But again, guys, we don't know. One thing I have just noticed, mainly for myself, it's a bit of a sticky one today. A teeny bit chilly, but the humidity's pretty high. Troopers looking a bit red-faced as well. I think that might well be the reason. Bear in mind the two troopers that are here now and the two horses have been in the boxes for a good 35 to 45 minutes. In other words, they're pretty close to the end of the first shift of the day. So I will make sure shortly to get us a bit of footage of the other trooper and his mount in the other box. And then we'll dash into the yard for the changeover and dismount at noon. Now, I can say unequivocally there are not going to be any issues at all, and almost certainly haven't been any this morning with enforcement at this end, and we all know why. It doesn't actually matter which horse it is. What matters is which trooper is sitting on the horse, and she, as we all know, takes no nonsense from anyone at all. To be honest, neither does the gent at the other end. I was going to say Colin's looking a little different. Hopefully not inspired by the events that we captured on Saturday. Yes, folks, I'm joking. It's not Colin, it's someone else. Right, given the limited amount of time, ladies and gents, that we've got between now and the changeover, let's have a look at this end, this horse, this trooper, these tourists. Quite an interesting number of people actually at this end. Bit of a squisheroo, in all honesty. Not massively so, but ta-da! I'll make a decision actually on which horse I think deserves picture of the day, based on which other two come out. Now, I think I speak for all of us when I say that there's probably a hope, however faint, that we might get to see Ormond out here this morning. Instinctively, I don't think we will. Oh, that's my opinion. However, what do I know? You know, I had no idea we'd see Q10 this weekend, yet we did, briefly. And to the best of my knowledge, having had a quick flick through other footage yesterday evening, I didn't see any other videos of Q10 except for the time he was in the box when we caught him having his meltdowns. So I'm thinking that it's very, very likely in that year... Oh! Yeah, you didn't realise. No, I could see.
I'm always breaking the rules.
They're really strict these days, though. They put the boxes on the ground last year because so many tourists are kind of wandering into it all the time.
Oh, did they? I was just...
It didn't used to be here,
I
did
had
it?
to look past someone to get round. Just looked up and got out.
At least he didn't shout at you. I mean, that's a plus, isn't it? Oh, she was lovely. She didn't mean it, guys. She honestly didn't mean it. Bless. I think the trooper realised that. This is why, although he told her to get out, he didn't scream in her face. If that had been your typical tourist, or little Miss Brazil over here, then yeah, they would have gotten shouted at without a doubt. Kind of cute, to be fair. She looked really bashful and was blushing when I spoke to her. I was like, oh. I feel bad now, actually, a teeny bit for laughing, guys. My bad. Right. Oh, hold on. I think this lady's auditioning for the Blues and Royals. Look, she's even brought along her own helmet with a red plume. Fantastic. Okay, so whoop, I'm about to take a selfie. Camera's still on selfie mode. Yeah. Damn it, I was taking pictures at 3 zoom and not 2. John, you fool. Concentrate. The horse was looking exactly at the camera as well. Now he's not. Beautiful posture though. Today. Horsey, come on, please look at me just one last time. I don't know the name. Oh, there we go. I don't know the name, so it's very hard for me to actively encourage a look in this direction. Actually, speaking of names, let's get the hoof number. Oh my god, he's now clopping his other flipping hoof in front to block it. Look, it's almost like he knows. Like, I don't want you knowing who I am. You scoundrel. Yeah, I don't. Damn it, that's so annoying. Maybe one of the 3 zoom pictures came out really clearly. It's certainly picked up here. There's a lot of people here now, guys. Like a lot. And in a second, I'll head into the yard. We've got 9 minutes. Horse is not a happy bunny, is he, for some reason? Are we going to get a quitter? Or a sitter? I was just about to ID him, folks, but there are too many people behind me. It's just not worth the risk. Palace guard change days are pickpocket, I can tell you that. Of course, he's standing very proud, to be quite honest. I think I've probably got enough for the hoof number. Maybe I'll have a quick peek when we're in the yard waiting on the corner for the dismount. Maybe I can tell you which one it was then. Still no guarantees it'll be picture of the day. It's going to depend on how those images came out, and I can't review them now. And notice we're back to a mixed guard again, folks. What I mean, well, we have a lady troop at the other end. As mentioned last weekend, was the only time this year, and first time for a while, that the Blues had an all-male guard. No lady troopers. Oh, sorry guys, we've got somebody's head. Oh, a couple of the horses are kicking on the stable doors. To be honest, actually, we used to hear that quite a lot, didn't we? Like horses really kicking hard on the sides and gates of the stables at the back here. I'm guessing, as generally, they're much more relaxed now. The stress levels have gone down markedly in all of the horses. I mean, other than Q10, I don't remember a meltdown of that magnitude recently. I've got a short memory of what hasn't happened. This one's a bit restless already. I mean, 6 minutes. The main line with the old trooper is full already, and there are a few people in the corner, so I'll leave it as long as I can here before I go out. Let's grab the 2 police forces coming through the centre gate first of all. So we're going to get them really clearly as they approach us. I don't recognise these
the Blues and Royals that are on guard here.
I really like it when they kind of ride into the camera. I don't need to move either, guys, because there's a massive metal bollard keeping me safe. Wow. Unless the horse can kick sideward. Actually, wait, I'm way too close to the back. Now I'm the other side of the bollard. In other words, the horse can't kick me, even though I'm pretty close to the rear legs. That bollard, fortunately, is extremely thick. My little safety net. Okay, I'm going to kind of wait in the middle here now because I've got a feeling a lot of people are going to rush back behind the bollards when told to do so. We've got 4 minutes until the change, and each of the sides is fairly occupied at the moment. Ouch. So we're filming a bit further back to make it easier to move. And to be fair, guys, we did get the super clear get out of the box straight off. Where the hell did is this the first sort of palace flow? Good numbers here. I mean, already very good numbers here. These guys are taking pictures of their friend, and just pointed out to him that, hold on, there is a white line on the ground. Because before that he walked over straight into the box without appearing to realise it was even there. Oh, hear it again, folks. Horses really kicking on the stalls, like really kicking on the stalls. Okay, it's going to be a busy one. I think we're going to get our usual spot. Just it's so busy, in fact, today. It's crazy. No idea why, but it is. Look at this madness. Wow, what a squash. Got in just in time. The corner's completely solid. Yeah, just about got in time, because look at it. What the hell?
I was here an hour ago, quite empty.
It was even 15-20 minutes ago when I got here, there was no one here. What the?
Yeah, I know.
I don't ever remember this corner being quite this busy. Just on time. Wow. I don't suppose you were here when they rode in, were you?
Yeah.
Ormond?
Sorry, when they rode, not quite when they rode in, but I did see them lined up, but I wouldn't have any notice. So.
Okay. No, to be honest, half the time easily I've missed it.
He kicked off as soon as he got in the box.
Quit, or it was all...
No, he kicked off and then he cleared the play payment.
I mean, to be honest, he's been a bit cloppy and restless in the time I've been here, so it doesn't surprise me. Wow, what a turnout, for
Have you been
Easter
out the
Monday?
There?
Not this morning.
Out there.
I bet it is.
Once you stand on that bloody court, the sand on that.
It kind of kicks up the heat and the light, doesn't it? Okay, Corporal of Horse, I believe, marching out, probably to have a look on Restless Horse. Now let's hope that the Restless Horse doesn't actually quit, folks, because if he does, unless it's out of the back of the box here, which we are luckily enough right next to, we're not going to see it. Is he kicking off again?
Out there.
I think that's why the Corporal of Horse went out there.
Yeah.
Damn it. Okay, at least now I've got someone else having a look for me. I mean, at the moment...
He's okay at the moment.
Is he okay at the moment? I was going to say, we could always have a look through the box, guys, until we're told to get firmly back, but wow. Just in the nick of time for a space this morning. I wonder what it is that's making them kick off in the stables. We're 2 minutes away from the changeover. We're in a pretty good spot. I mean, I can't complain. Either here or under the lantern over there. No Colin today either. Tour groups as usual. Actually, one thing I've just noticed I do need. Can you do me a favour, Baron? Pass me the water bottle.
What's that one?
This one, yeah, that one. I always forget to take it out, and then I suddenly realise I'm stuck. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, got water, Corporal of Horse. And notice, guys, 3 chevrons plus the crown. unique to HCAV. Okay, second favourite. I need to put that through here like this, which I've now done, and then clip it back onto that one.
Oh, got it straight in there, is it?
Yep.
Give us a moment. There you go.
See how that's virtually impossible to do it with,
I can imagine,
one
yeah.
hand myself.
So what did I say? Dial?
Thank you. Yeah, honestly, I tried to do it the other day and I dropped it. I had to restart the video. It's funny because when I came out, I thought it's a bit chilly this morning, but it's actually
It's still chilly all round, except when you're standing on that bloody...
But there's still humidity here. I noticed that.
Oh,
and the
no,
troopers red
it's better
face as
than
well.
it has been, yeah.
Thanks for that. You've definitely literally saved today's video, honestly. Okay, folks. Here we go. Oh, a couple of faces we haven't seen for a while. Okay. Let's be quiet for a minute because the tourists are making videos. I can't quite see yet, but I've got a feeling the far trooper might be someone we've seen a long time ago. I'll have a close look in a minute. Yeah, the horse in the box at this end is really not a happy fellow. Wow. Notice he's kicking off and not wanting to move. Oh, there's some kids over there. Good to see the corporal of horse looking over the yard as well. Oh, here we go. Here's the first one. Oh, whoa! That was close, wasn't it? When the horse swung around. Whoa! Exactly. Let's hope he doesn't come backwards, guys. We've got a bit of a squish in the corner here. They're fully zoomed out, but that close. So they've clearly rotated some of the troopers since last week. At least 3 I can see already. Sorry guys, it's looking more like an anatomical equine video at the moment. I would dash to the front really fast because the crowd in the tunnel is massive. Make a sharp exit in a second. Corporal of Horse actually closing up the boxes himself today. Don't remember seeing that. Short of an orderly, maybe? Actually, it wasn't an orderly, was there, that came out and told everybody to get back? Was there? I don't think there was.
I didn't notice. I was still fighting my way in there.
Maybe they're a man down today. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to run to the front quick. Thanks for the help with this.
Right,
I appreciate it. I mean it.
Well, you know what's going on this weekend?
Coming.
Yeah,
George's Day.
Yeah, but you know all the procedures. They're signed up. It's all going to be closed off down there, and there's no changing going on over the weekend.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
I didn't know actually. I'm going to have a real good look at that in fact tonight, just to be sure about what I can and can't get access to. It's going to be an interesting week either way coming up, without a doubt.
And from here on in, PE trooping, everything.
In fact, yeah, there's a hell of a lot to look forward to, isn't there, to be honest?
Anyway, leave it at that.
I'll see you soon. Thanks, Barry. Okay, folks. Right. We'll start at this end. I don't know if they're a man down. I'm just surmising based on the fact that we didn't have an orderly, either that or a misty orderly. Let me get myself into a decent spot because it is chocker, guys. Absolutely chocker. Wow, it's so busy. Wait. Sorry, can I squeeze past you? Thank you. Okay. So now we're kind of in. Troopers putting the horse out. Got a lot of people coming through the gates. Sorry for the guy's head, everyone. I'll move a little bit in a second. I'm going to avoid the other end briefly, just because the numbers are completely out of control. Oh, when you know the Blues are back. Easy peasy. The trooper's caught a bit of the sunlight actually. Yeah, I was going to say, probably going to pull himself back over the horse, just because it's a little bit too bright right at the front. Now, for some reason, the massive crowd in the corner are still there. Maybe having a bit of a private talk with their guide. Troopers straight away looking at people's feet. It's going to be exceptionally difficult to move around with the numbers of people we've got here. I knew instinctively we've chosen the right end. This trooper is always on it. And it's funny actually because he's, relatively speaking, okay, he's not one of the newest faces, but he is a new face. Now everyone that's going over is looking to the ground before they position themselves, so it works. It's a good point. Oh, another one. She's in the box. It depends on whether he's going to look down and notice, though. Look. What do we think? Too late. Goodness. Oh. She's moving closer. Oh, next is going to be a charge of the light brigade. Wow. I think she thought that the trooper was saying, "Come over the white line, please." Brilliant. Didn't take long, did it? And at the moment we haven't had a whisper at the other end yet. I still can't see, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that the troop at the other end might well be someone we saw a long time ago. But it's very hard to tell from that. Just instinctively when he came out, I thought, hold on, that's blah blah. But not sure. I'll reserve judgment until we are right in front of him and his horse. If it's who I'm hoping it is, it's a gatesman that we'll all recognise. But more on that when we see. And the thing is, that's kind of scared everyone for the moment. They're all keeping way back right now. But it is packed here. Hundreds again.
Enjoy your videos. My son watches them as well.
Oh, you recognise it?
Yeah,
You recognise the voice?
Yeah, my son knows it. Yeah,
What's the name?
I was Peter and Archie. Yeah, well,
You like it as well, Archie, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for saying hi to me.
It does baffle you sometimes with the tours on the days.
Yeah, I mean, the level of... Were you here a little while ago with the lady here? Did you see that?
Yeah.
They tell her to get out and she walks closer. But to be fair, though, if, for example, you or I were in, I don't know, Spain or somewhere, and the soldier was shouting at us in Spanish, we would probably muck it up, wouldn't we?
The trouble is they don't realise it's a work environment. They think
Exactly,
it's a
yeah.
tourist attraction. I think it's Disneyland, don't they? And
Yeah.
You know, you see them all through the courtyard there. And you think they think that's part of the, it's all part of the Queen, the King's there.
I don't normally post it, but there have been a few outtakes where I've had tourists asking me how long the actors are going to be out here. Okay? And
Really?
it's just, people have thought this is some kind of semi-Shakespearean reenactment.
I don't know how they keep their all the parts, do you? Some of them got good and fighting, some of them they don't,
It's definitely improving. Last week
I
the
suppose they don't
Blues...
get in trouble, do they?
The Blues were massively on it all of last week. I think a lot of viewers were thinking, look, the lifeguards are not going to continue that. But this weekend, the lifeguards smashed it out of the park. probably more get back,
I've
blah,
seen
blah, blah,
some
ever.
of your videos with some of them, like that guy in the courtyard when he was telling that photographer.
Oh yeah, I think Italian or Greek.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you remember, he was so rude, weren't he? I couldn't believe the audacity. And then they had the cheek to go and report to the police, didn't they?
The funny thing is that was the one day I was convinced that I was going to get a slap because he was so angry. He was so angry. But I thought, you know what?
They were in the wrong, weren't they?
They were in the wrong. They were in the wrong.
Man to move. You don't tell anyone to move out of the way anyway, because anyone's got the right to be wherever.
Yeah.
You don't say get out of the way all the time. We all got a right to be here.
Sometimes I do get the frustration because some of the tourists, say for example that you just brought your boy along this morning and you know you've travelled a long way and he's never seen it, and someone, adult or somebody else, is kind of either in front or pushing around or whatever. I can kind of understand a little bit why some of them get annoyed, but they approach it the wrong way. If they just sort of said to Colin, "Oh, I'm really sorry, could you make a bit of space for my boy?" Everyone, myself and all the other people that film here and photograph here, always make room or try and help the kids get to the front. Rightly so, they're small, they need to see it. But his whole attitude and demeanour was like majorly aggressive from the off. Yeah, and a bit of it was cut out because it was just a little bit too much, to be fair. I thought the video
I've seen
got
all the
pulled.
other ones with like the students, like Spanish over there, when they used to try and make the guards laugh and things like that. Go behind. But don't they have them out now, the guards?
No, they removed them. What is it? This is week 3, I believe. 3 or 4.
Is it because of all that sort of stuff that went on?
It's not. It's because of. That's the reason. Yeah, but most people are expecting that they will come back. No one knows, but there's an expectation.
They did have quite a load of old, didn't they?
Yeah, way too much in their faces.
Down like many arches are going there right behind, weren't they? Sometimes.
Yep. In fact, in yesterday's video, actually I completely forgot about that. I didn't even bother to highlight it. A couple of guys took phone calls in the morning in the archways. They're just standing there right behind the chain on their phones.
That's like the other week when that woman was on her bike. Remember?
Oh yes, the line bike woman.
She was going to go through there, wasn't she? As you said, she would have been kicked back up.
Yeah, it's the level of cluelessness on the part of some people that makes you wonder, like, how is it even possible?
Lovely to meet you.
You too. Pleasure.
Enjoy.
Hey, and you too. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks a lot. Well, super nice. Thanks a lot, guys, for saying hi to me. It's true, guys. How did I forget about that yesterday? That was kind of... Oh, little girl this time. How did I forget about the guys on their phones? I'll pull that out and post it separately as like a little clip because I think it's because it was such a busy weekend. I just forgot about it. But that was a pretty unique thing to see. Only the second time I've seen someone... Wow, she had barely a foot on it as well. Look at that. He is ruthless. We'll definitely head into a part 2, I think, in all likelihood today. Brilliant blues enforcement, guys. As usual, to be quite fair. What time is it? It's 12:12. Absolutely loving the enforcement. I'm not going to lie. I really do think it's fantastic. I think we got all of them except one chap on the right, but it's very hard to have a conversation with anyone here and also really focus on keeping the filming super specifically on the box. Do my best, guys. Oh, here's another one. Oh my god, how many? I think every other tourist has been told to get behind the line by this trooper. I think we'd all agree, folks, the blues smashing it this morning already. And they barely started. Okay, got 2 greys. Interesting helmet one officer's got. Maybe she left her official helmet in the locker room. Is this bro going to wander into the box? What do we think? Actually, also forgot about the guy making the funny faces yesterday as well. Oh, knocking the sign a teeny bit. Most people are still being good, aren't they, folks? Let's be honest. Yeah, the lady on the left is actually being super careful now, which is a good thing to see, in all honesty. Something actually is happening on Whitehall. The police are kind of up and down. I don't know if they've spotted someone that they're after, but Yeah, they're very, very active today, both at the gate and at the front. Very curious. I wonder if they're expecting a protest. There's definitely some... Oh, yeah, another one. Kid got told off. I can't see anything yet, protest-wise, but there are a few peace fans up and down Whitehall. So I bet something is going to happen. If they were looking for somebody, it would be Met, sort of wandering around here. Very interesting. Ah, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me at all if perhaps inside they've spotted another one. If they spotted a pickpocket or two in the crowd, I bet that's what it is. Because the office is way, way back on the edge of the pavement, looking along the crowd here, where I am, and also the other way. I bet that's what it is. Yeah, actually, to be honest, I guarantee that's what it is. So I'm going to have a bit of a look out myself as well, folks, and if I spot anyone I think is probably doing that, we'll interview them. Remember that there's 3 guys that we saw being stopped and searched by mod police a couple months ago along Whitehall. Yeah. Horse is looking as well. I mean, the horse is not breaking eye contact with the camera for the moment. We're going to relocate shortly to the other end again anyway, people, to have a look at which trooper it is. We know, even if he's finished his shift now, that this trooper is absolutely smashed it today. 1 second. If there's even enough space to film at the other end. Actually, wait, yeah, there are a couple of officers in the crowd. Something strange is going on today. It's very unusual, the fact that they're out here mingling right behind the line of people as opposed to inside. Okay, this is not the boxman that I thought it was from a while ago. This is not a new trooper. He's a very familiar face, but it's not the familiar face I thought it was. I actually thought it was the Gatesman record holder from 2023 who did 15 minutes at the front. It's not. But this trooper's been in a long time. We've seen him in the box many times, and I dare say that he'll be on it at this end. Yeah, I think we'll all head for a part 2 as well, people, just because of the fact that it's only just starting to get busy now. And it'll be good to see unequivocally what happens with people at this end when they get into the box. But we definitely chose the right end to start the video, or the last 15-20 minutes or so. I think that's probably the largest number of people in quick succession getting told to move we've ever seen. Very impressive, to be honest. Horse doing his best Ballon impression. Come on, tourists. Seeing a lot of hesitancy, actually. The crowd behind me is massive. There's no shortage of people here, I can tell you that. There's a shortage of adventurous people. At least the sun's out, people. I'm not sure why, actually. They're primarily coming out and going to the other end. In other words, the exact opposite of what we typically see here. Oh, this guy. Tall guy without a tour group, maybe. And another one. In fact, maybe they're training one another. A tour guide twosome. I haven't actually spotted a single uniquely dressed individual yet. some things. You know what? I'm pretty sure I know what's happened. I think a family have been robbed or pickpocketed. We saw the officers out the front, looking along the crowd. Now one officer is waiting at the curbside with a family with small children. Guarantee that's what happened. Some scumbag robbed them, probably in the yard during the changeover we were filming. I'll show you in a second. There's no reason not to walk past it, but I'm obviously not going to be shoving the camera in their face. Much better here. Just over here, curbside. If I zoom in the centre, there's the officer with the family. There's dad on the left, mum and a couple of kids. Probably either waiting for the Met to arrive and take a crime reference or similar, but hopefully not for an ambulance or anything of that nature. Shame, eh, guys? Imagine that. Especially if you're a visitor from abroad. And you get stuff stolen here. It would really put you off ever coming back to London, wouldn't it? I wonder what that noise was. The bollards actually going back up again. Okay, they're in the box. Curious. Very curious. The primary language we're hearing spoken here today is Italian. The trooper's doing a brilliant Ormond impression, but let's hope that, like Ormond, he'll wake up if people start getting too close. We can include the lines for the moment because I've got enough space to be back behind the bollards. Oh, well, three at once, look at that. And they're all outside the box. This is what we're looking at, guys. Okay. More than plenty of people here. In fact, way more than plenty. Of course, has nodded off anyway. At this point, I'm surprised the trooper hasn't pulled himself back. Really, really warm. Touching my head, really, really warm at this, and exceptionally, in fact, this morning. Bit of a surprise. How is it almost every single day we come out and it's overcast? They change over the guard, and the new guard gets sunshine. Someone, I don't recognise him, has been filming the entire encounter between the police and the victim family, which is a bit odd. Oh, she's got a guard's teddy bear, household division teddy. Ta-da! With a V sign.
Okay.
I'd like to see what happens if just one person gets really close, folks, because what we don't want here today is complete polar opposite enforcement. Alright, it's a little kid on the left by herself, getting closer to the horse. Really not good. Imagine that with a Q10 moment from the weekend. Yikes. Okay, I'm going to wait for 5 more tourist guides, and if no one goes close, I'm going to go back to the other end. Okay, the family have left, and the police have gone back into the yard. Could definitely see there was distress on the lady's face. Bless her. So yeah, they were robbed. I'm sure of it.
We have to walk around.
Come on, tourists. Wow, it's almost like there's an invisible force field at this end. Plus, we haven't had a single cash offering yet either. Oh, I thought she was going to give something. It was actually an item she bought from the Westminster Abbey gift shop. It's not an envelope stuffed with readies.
I feel sorry for the guy on the horse.
Yeah, they do about an hour to 2 hours.
I feel sorry for the guy on the horse. They do an hour to 2 hours on duty. Well, I mean, actually, they don't. She's right in the box, right next to the horse. Okay, he told her.
So this is all.
This is good. Okay, box ticked, guys. Good to see that. I mean, who knows what would have happened had he needed to tell her a second or third time, but that's a good starting point. Okay, let's get back to our favoured spot, somewhat along here. Easier said than done, to be honest. Oh my god. Okay, here we are. Right. Comes the other end and everyone's moved on. Just my luck. We are going to need some tourist participants if we're going to have a part 2. There we are. That scared the kid off, and the blonde lady here just got told to get out. So he's even enforcing the far corners. And when I say far corners, I mean they're pretty far. Brilliant. I'm sometimes tempted to zoom out and kind of film fishbowl guys at like 0.6. The trouble is it gives a sort of rounded aspect to the image. I don't like that. That would be the way to capture everything that happens here, around the box and in the box. But it sort of looks like you're looking through the end of a telescope, the footage. So it's why I try and skip. Okay, so regular tour guide with quite a large group. Arguing in Italian behind me. Wait, this bro doesn't even know. Wait, no, they're not together. Just uncomfortably close at the same time. This dude's wrapped up like he's going on some sort of polar expedition. They're trying hard to keep the smile. They just about managed. Hoping that group put the rucksack down in the corner there. I didn't see who did pop it down. Black rucksack? Who does that belong to? Massive wasp guys just almost flew into my face. I just briefly paused there, a moment of fear. Oh, okay, he's picked up his bag. That's always good. Right, who's next? Tour guide. Telling them to be careful of the line. And wow, are they listening? Look at that. Damn it, this huge wasp. Yeah, troopers having to squint. Maybe they need some sort of pull-down visor attached to the front of the helmet, folks. Polarized visor. Oh, just stop yourselves on the line, but do not cross it, please. Wow, very professional. Brilliant. Now, extraordinarily, we already passed 1 hour. Like, how did that happen? I was genuinely shocked. They're still coming and still forming up. And to be honest, I think that's a huge plus. Who's up next?
Yeah, but that's,
The video actually of the guard, police again behind us, mounted police, of the veteran guard. I'm actually popping that up now because I think it's important enough to be seen ASAP. Plus, we're now back into Blues and Royals territory, as it were, guys. So it might be better if I post the last lifeguard video from the weekend now, and then focus on everything else that we're going to see this week from this point onward. So that's done. That's now been published, and we'll go for a part 2 here. Oh, luckily the guard didn't see. This gent did step in the box, but he quickly realised it and corrected himself. Always nice to see actually when people are that careful here. Mainly because it doesn't happen often that they're that careful here. I mean, still tons of people actually. It's warm enough. Look, ladies got short sleeves. I personally wouldn't have said it was that warm, but I mean, whatever floats your boat, I guess. Tons more people arriving as well. Maybe a delayed crowd from the palace, perhaps, or people that were in St James's Park enjoying the sunshine would be a better guess. They're being really careful, which is a great thing to see. Okay, so I can now concentrate on finishing this part 1 and part 2 in the box. Oh, he did, to his credit, recognise immediately that he stepped over. But notice that, even he's trying to vacate the being in the box, and the trooper still shouts at him. Outstanding discipline, guys, eh? Who's been inspired by whom, I wonder? Did the lifeguards follow on from the Blues' fine example last week? Or this morning's Blues following on from the lifeguards' fine example this weekend? Either way, snowball effect. I probably actually will restart part 2 at this end. I'm also very keen to see who comes out after the next change from the yard. Bro. Okay, she's noticed the line. And you're just saying, if I step over it and get shouted at, please don't post it. I'm not sure what she's actually trying to look for. Maybe she had a £50 note and dropped it. honestly, folks, can't see what she's looking for. C'est bon? Yes. C'est bon. I didn't even think one time to look through the front gates into the yard to see if we've had anyone popping in for a little archway stop. I bet it happened when the police were at the front here. And to be honest, that's a bit of a problem. When you get pickpockets or there's other low-level crime here, that means the MOD need to come out and deal with that. Obviously, that leaves the yard understaffed. And I'm going to guess, if we don't see an orderly stableman coming out for the next change at 1, in other words, if we see the corporal of horse again dealing with the boxes himself, I'm going to guess that they're probably a man down. In other words, no orderly. Not long till we find out. Plus, we'll get to see whether they take these two back and replace them with the same two. In other words, one of the sisters and the gent that was here before, or 2 more troopers. I'm not even sure they would have enough bodies, actually, thinking about it, to bring out another 2. That would be 6, wouldn't it, in total? I mean, let's see. I'm hoping at least 1 will be new, but if not, I'm hoping it'll be the sister back at this end again. I'm starting to prefer filming this end. I don't know why, but everyone else is the same. We're not the only one. There's at least 6 of us filming at this end this morning. So we might well see an absolutely rammed yard actually for the next changeover. There are more people here now than there were after that initial palace surge. They're mainly in the middle, but it's a good number going all the way over to the other box. I'm not going to turn it too far because there are too many people filming, and I think I'm filming them, even though I couldn't care less. There we go again, multiples. Camera won't go around enough. These will be our last couple of happy, smiley tourists anyway, guys, in this part 1, before we return for what will hopefully be a stonking part 2. Oh, she's in the box. This one's in the box. There we go. Didn't take long, did it? Yet again. Wow. Folks, I'm starting to think this particular trooper, dream team in the box, Oi trooper from last week, and this trooper. Imagine the 2 of them at the same time. Oh, this guy's taking a picture, or taking pictures of those that are filming here. That's interesting. Who's he? Look. He's directly doing close-up shot. Wait. Yeah, look. That's interesting. Yeah, a few people are turning their heads away. I wonder why he's taking pictures of the crowd, and specifically of those that are filming. But he didn't take my picture. Should I be disappointed? Oh. Just about on the corner, actually, this lady. Wow, in fact, her outfit matches her phone, or rather her phone matches her outfit. What if that's intentional? Either way, that's our best dressed, oh, she's back. That's our best dressed tourist of the day, look. Imagine matching your phone to your outfit, or your phone case to your outfit. Should be our last one in part 1, folks. What a lovely ending. Be right back for part 2. Bye for now.